Perfect. It's so nice to meet everyone. I'm so glad to meet you all. My name is Jake Mock, and my project is called Moneyopolis. Next slide, please. Money is everywhere. From impoverished slums to booming cities, our world operates with currency. Next slide. Yet, if learning how to manage money is so important, why isn't financial literacy taught in schools today? Next slide, please. Hi, my name is Jake Mock, and I am currently a senior at Cerritos High School. Fun fact about me is that I absolutely love Bruno Mars. I could sing to his songs while I'm sleeping. I could play his songs with my eyes closed. I'm practically the Asian version of Bruno Mars. That's just how much I love him. Another special skill that I have is that I'm really good at spending money. If you give me $10, I will make that disappear in 10 seconds at a Target. That's just how good I am. And speaking of money, I'm planning to major in finance in the future. As someone who comes from a background of financial difficulty, my dad was actually addicted to gambling at one point. I wanted to go into finance, leverage my own experiences to eventually help other people, which connects to the project that I'll talk about soon. Next slide, please. So first, I noticed a problem, not just in my community, but globally as well. A US governmental report found that 76% of adults globally are not financially literate. That's more than 6 billion people in the world that do not have adequate financial knowledge as deemed fit by the OECD. Furthermore, there's a gender divide in financial education. According to USC, only 16% of women ages 40 to 65 have ever received financial education. And I also noticed that in my own community, which has several Title I schools and people below the poverty line, the people who need financial education the most don't have access to it. Next slide, please. And so in response to all these statistics, I designed and created my own free summer program teaching youth in my community financial literacy. But not in a boring, traditional lecture style. I taught life concepts through a game that I designed, teaching them to control money before money controls them. Next slide, please. So here's a roadmap for my project. I'll start off with outreach, then move into preparation and then implementation. I'll go step by step through the whole process from beginning to end. Next slide, please. During my outreach, I needed to find an organization willing to host my summer camp, and I saw rejection as soon as I started. As you can see, I had over 35 different rejections from local churches, cities, other colleges, before Cerritos College actually agreed to work with us on our project. Next slide, please. During our preparation, I designed the game to simulate real life, with the objective was to make the most money possible over the course of the camp. I created a simulation of the stock market where students can choose to invest in different firms or even buy property to own their own stream of income. Next slide, please. So I also had students prepare for emergency funds in case something like an earthquake came. I was also able to teach students the dangers of gambling by creating a casino and teaching that the chance of winning was actually very slim. In the picture above, I had to create formulas on a Google spreadsheet to keep track of all the money each team had. Next slide, please. And finally, since this project was so large with different stations, I had to find and lead a team during this project. I also created flyers to advertise and convince parents that this was an amazing opportunity for their students and kids to learn about financial literacy. Next slide, please. Here are some photos we had during our project. It was such an awesome time just playing with the kids and teaching them these life concepts. Next slide, please. Looking at our impacts, we see that the gender distribution of our class was roughly equal, ensuring that both genders were able to receive financial education equally. In addition, attendance rates for the course of the program stayed somewhat consistent, and since this class was actually optional for the kids chose to come day after day, showing that our class was entertaining as well. Next slide, please. In addition, 97% of kids said that they learned something new, and 95% said that they would recommend this to a friend. The slide here shows all the key concepts learned during the program, and some concepts like Roth IRA, some adults don't even know. And so it was really a pleasure teaching the kids these concepts. Next slide, please. Here are some testimonials for from our kids, and this kind of shows that we blended creativity, entertainment, and education in a way that these children actually responded to. And so it was amazing hearing from these kids. Next slide, please. Some of the main challenges during my project were communication issues. When I would email Cerritos College to coordinate our event or ask for status updates, I sometimes wouldn't receive a reply, or I would receive a very, very delayed response. And so a remedy to this problem was that during the few times I actually met with the dean of Cerritos College, I would come prepared with everything about my project. If they had any questions or concerns, I would be prepared enough to answer them thoroughly. Another challenge was making the curriculum as digestible as possible. Some concepts like Roth IRA or teaching how the stock market works was difficult to make it digestible for the students to understand. And so I would constantly refine my teaching methods and run my ideas with friends and family to make sure that the concepts I was teaching was both entertaining and educational. Next slide, please. And some main takeaways I learned from my project was that it's okay to ask for help. Initially, I wanted to do everything by myself, but I quickly realized that some projects are better when you share it with other people. And I learned that if you need help, you need to ask for it. No one's going to offer their help first. And so that's something that I learned very early on in this project. Another thing I learned was being human. And what that means is that I didn't want to come off as a cold, unapproachable person. I wanted to actively engage with my students. And part of that looked like having small talk with each student. And that helped a lot when breaking the ice during our first meeting. And also, come on, smile a lot, laugh a lot, say hi to someone you don't know. I think those human interaction skills really came a long way during our project. Next slide, please.
There's 1 minute remaining.
Perfect. Here are our references. And next slide, please. Q&A. So any questions?
Jake, I can see why you really like Bruno Mars, that energy. That's amazing. If you are granted additional resources, whether it's people or money, what would you do differently to maximize your impact?
Yeah, and this goes back to the statistic where 76% of people, adults globally, aren't financially literate. And so I would love to not just only be in the United States, but really make an international impact, reach teams from other countries and help them create their own version of Moneyopolis. I think, yeah, creating an international impact, because the statistics are just so shocking, I think that's what I would do to expand this project.
Awesome. Go ahead, guys.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, Jake, thanks a lot. That was really really entertaining and interesting. I wanted to comment that, not everybody is able to work humor into their presentations when they have a project. So, I noticed that you did that. I tend to do that too. And I think it's really, has good impact. I guess I was also interested about the rejection piece. You mentioned that up front. I have an entrepreneurial background, and I know that you have to be really thick-skinned, or you have to really be able to understand what to learn from rejection, because everybody needs to fail and not get everything they want in order to learn. And so I'm just curious, what did you learn from the rejections? What was your thought process? How did you cope with that?
Yeah, yeah, I think every time I just got an email and, if they said no or sorry, like we don't have enough room or space, I just saw that as a stepping stone to success. Like I was getting closer to success each time that I faced a rejection. So that kind of made me think, hey, I'm closer, might as well just go all in and let's see where it takes us. And obviously it did. So I'm very happy with that.
That's great. That's a lot what I used to think, that, like one less rejection out of the way.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Awesome. Amazing job, Jake. I really loved your storytelling. I think, not everyone can do storytelling well. And I think that you did an amazing job. And also, having this level of financial literacy at this age is actually commendable. Like you said in your own stats, not a lot of people have financial literacy, right? So this is really good. What are your next steps? Like, you started this program wherein you have a good cohort of people from your community and stuff. What are your next steps?
Yeah, for sure. So I think that obviously these are real life skills that we're teaching. And so this is applicable to anyone, even if they want to go into finance or not. And so I feel like the next practical steps for me is just continue to expand, find more teams. This project was very team oriented. And so it was kind of, it was great for me to kind of share my idea with my team and kind of expand that way. And so what I have in mind is just do the same thing, just get more teams who are willing to make their own design of Moneyopolis and kind of spread financial literacy through there.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.